Happy Vlogmas! So today we are in Arlington and we are going to a coffee shop. We just finished at Tate and now we're going to Ulta to get one of our friends a birthday present. And I also may look for something for my hair. So we'll see. Alright, so we decided that this is the gift we're gonna get for our friend. It just comes with all of these different lip glosses and it has Snoopy on it. So cute. Yay, so we're done at Ulta and I got everything for free because my sister-in-law got me a gift card for my birthday and then I had a reward, so I got everything for free. Yay! Alright, so let me show you what I got. So here's the bag, and then I got the gift for my friend for her birthday, which is really late, but it's the thought that counts, I guess. And then I got this conditioner because I ran out of conditioner and my hair has just been kind of frizzy recently. So I got the smoothing conditioner from Eva NYC. I think that's how you say it. And then I got this little bronzing stick from About Face. And then I got this Tarte Radiant Concealer, which I'm really excited to try because I need a concealer. That was my Ulta haul. Let's get ready for church together. So it is currently, let me look, I don't even know what time it is. It is currently 3:09 and our church service starts at 4 and I probably need to leave in like 20 minutes. So we're gonna get ready very quickly. My eye makeup is done. I just took off my base and the concealer and everything because I went to Ulta earlier and I was trying on concealers and it looked kind of crazy. So we're gonna redo the base of my makeup and then, yeah, I just thought we could go to church together today so I can show you what my church is like. Or I'm sure I'm not gonna record everything, but yeah, just a little fun go to church with me vlog for Vlogmas today. And for context, I have the really awesome opportunity to go to a Spanish speaking church. And so I am a member there and I'm learning Spanish. So I've been a member there for 2 years now. And it's a church here in DC. And my husband is an elder there, so that has been a blessing. Our community is a blessing. And I did record a Vlogmas yesterday of going to the young adults Christmas party, so maybe that's already up on my channel that you can go watch if you're interested. But yeah, church is a blessing, community is a blessing. So let's get ready for church. I thought while I get ready, maybe we could just talk about my personal journey with church and what that looks like now to encourage any of you that are going through your own church journey. So when I first became a follower of Christ, I was 17 years old. Actually no, I was 15. 15. And I started attending a youth group in my town, a local church. And then I started going on Sunday mornings. So I didn't really go to church until I was a teenager. I did go to church like every now and then, but not regularly. So that's when I started going to church. I was a teenager. And I went to a few different churches after that in my home state. And honestly, in college, I didn't really have a home church. I was kind of just jumping around. I did transfer colleges I transferred colleges twice. I went to 3 different colleges. If you want a story about that, let me know. But, yeah. So I did just like go to different churches all the time. And then when I met my now husband, he was already plugged into a church, which now was like a huge blessing because now that's the same community that we both have. I feel like I was just never really constant at church. Like when I first became a Christian and a follower of Christ, I was pretty regular at church, but then I stopped when I was in college. And like I would still go to colleges like I would still go to churches like youth group and stuff, but I wasn't consistent. And it was kind of like I used to just slip like in and out. Like no one would really, it was easy to slip out in and out because I went to the like a big church when I would go, so I could just like slip in and out and nobody would really notice me. And I had like a few friends. I actually had a mentor, but I feel like since the church was so big, like we did meet on the weekday. But I don't know, I just felt so out of place. And so if you have felt out of place at church, just know you're not alone. I was reminded while watching this back that the prettiest thing about us is our hearts and how we love the Lord and others. Loving God, living for Him, and having the fruits of the Spirit is what makes us beautiful. We should examine how much time we put into getting ourselves ready each day versus how much time we are putting into our hearts being ready for each day. And that is convicting for me. Let's pray we can be even more beautiful on the inside than on the outside. Are we praying that God would prepare us for each day before it begins? Are we praying to put on the armor of God? Or are we only preparing ourselves physically, but not spiritually? I remember godly community being something that I prayed for in college. And I did have friends in college, but like I said, they were really from the school and not from church. And yeah, I would kind of just go to different churches all the time. And I just didn't ever feel at home or like I belonged at a church. Or I would go and I would like it, but I wouldn't have community there. And so that was a struggle for me. And when I met my husband, I was still kind of right before we got married, I was still kind of doing the same thing. Like I desired a church, but I didn't really find one that I had solid community. Like I had people there that I liked and I think they liked me. They were nice. I just never felt at home anywhere. That was a struggle for me. But whenever I moved here to DC, my husband already had a church community that he was involved with. And when I moved here, actually, a bunch of other people moved here too. So I've never used cream bronzer before, so let's see how this goes. When I moved here, there was a lot of other young adults that moved here too at the same time to be in a friend's wedding. So there was like a bunch of other new people, so I wasn't the only one. So that was really nice. And we just, I feel like I fit in immediately, which at the same time can be looked at as weird because I go to a Spanish speaking church. And so at the time I was the only person like not from Latin America, and so on the outside you could be like, well, how did you feel like you fit in? But honestly, with them, I felt like I fit in more than I had in like the other churches, like English speaking churches. I had never really felt like I fit in. And so that's just funny how the Lord works in that way, because you would think like, how do I feel like I fit in? But I really did, because they are so warm and sweet. And they're like, this is the group of friends that I have now that I've always prayed for. I'm not gonna lie, like there have been moments where I have felt alone, where I have cried, I've been sad, or like there have been like language barriers or cultural barriers, and I've felt like isolated. But that's honestly the minority of times, and I feel like the Lord has really just helped me to have a sense of belonging here and with my community. And like, I feel like a reason that I have felt so loved and okay is because of my community, and also because of my pastors. And so I just want to encourage you. I went to church for so long not knowing the pastor. Like, I would visit a church, I wouldn't meet the pastor. Or I went to that church for a long time, the big church I was talking about, and I never met the pastor. I never really talked to any of the pastors. And so it's like, if you're in that situation right now where you're just going in and out of church, where no one knows you, you don't have a community, the pastor doesn't know you, I would just say, either get involved with that church or go to another church where you can know the pastor, because it is a blessing to be able to know your pastor. And your pastor's job is to pastor you, and they can't do that if they don't know you. So don't just be the person slipping in and out of church. Find a community. That has been the biggest blessing of my life. And like, I have the community now that I've always prayed for. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. My friends are not perfect. My church is not perfect. But it is genuinely a blessing to walk with people who also love the Lord and can encourage you. And this has been one of the best seasons of my life because of my friends. Because I genuinely have people now that I can depend on. And like, I have a best friend back home. Shout out if you're watching this. But like, having a community at church is such a blessing. To have multiple people that you, that love you, you love them. It's like a big family, and that is such a blessing. So if you are not experiencing that right now, I will pray for you, number one. And number two, please get involved in your local church. It is a blessing. And it's a blessing to know other people that love the Lord and to serve them and love them. So please get involved in your local church, and don't just keep being that person that goes in and out and no one knows you. There's more for you. The Lord wants you to have a community that is biblical, and start going to church, because you need people. It's a lie that you do not need people. I believe that lie. It's a lie. Don't believe the lie. And also, don't believe the lie that you're not needed and that other people don't need you, because the Lord has created you to be in community, for you to nourish your community and to be nourished by your community. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We are at church.
We are.
Yay.